fallen angels are said to cry golden tears. Oh no! I don't like where this is going. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am esteemed, and today I'd like to play some more games from the O2A2 game jam. A game jam with strict limitations of 1 sprite, 1 background, and 1,000 words. So this next game is called Hello Friend. Content warning. This game deals with topics of anxiety, depression, and crisis. Comfort food is sushi. Sushi. Having left work, you head to your local grocery store to pick up your favorite comfort food. A fluffing course. After the day I've had, they would be out of sushi. No California rolls for Espoir?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Aww. Frustrated and holding back tears, you rush out of the store past an older woman, almost bumping into her. She looks at you, but says nothing as she enters the store. Unable to hold back any longer, your face scrunches up and you begin to weep uncontrollably. Yeah. There's no sushi! There's no justice in the world! As tears stream down your face, you plop down on the curb, placing your head in your hands between your knees. After several minutes, the woman who passed you on her way to the store exits. She stops beside you.
Hello, friend.
You look up through tears at the woman. She has kind, soft features. Her hair is loose, and she's carrying a CD player. You can't remember the last time you saw a CD player. Oh man, maybe like 2013?
Do you mind?
Before you can answer, she sits down next to you. Confused by her sitting down next to you, I feel embarrassed. Feeling embarrassed, you turn your head away, trying to hide your tears.
Rough day, huh?
Yeah, I probably would open up. I would open up way much. Yeah.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah. Wiping tears away from your bloodshot eyes. Okay.
I know it might not feel this way right now, but you have no reason to feel embarrassed about crying.
I know, it's just generational trauma.
Crying isn't something that we are required to do alone at home, away from others.
I know. I just seem to be going through it, and this isn't even the first time I've cried in public this week.
That sounds really draining.
Honestly, yeah, I do feel pretty drained.
I think that's normal when we are feeling down.
I just feel overwhelmed. Seems like nothing I do is good enough these days. Everything seems to be falling apart around me. I can barely keep it together most days.
Sometimes it can feel like life gives us more than we are able to handle, especially on our own. How you are feeling is completely valid. Do you have anybody in your life you can talk to about this?
Yes, but I don't want to be a burden.
Has anybody told you that you are a burden?
How dare you use logic? No. Not yet.
Has anybody done anything to make you feel that way?
No, I just worry
Do you think you're being a burden right now?
I mean, you stopped your day.
Of course you aren't! Do you think that people are a burden when they need your support?
No,
But what? You're the only person that can be a burden.
Everyone in the world can make mistakes. Everyone can do that. Just not me. It's valid if anyone else cries and needs support. Just not me. No, it's taken a long time for me to get out of that mindset.
That's what the roommate in our head would like us to believe.
Oh, is that what you call him?
I think it's common when we're hurting to avoid others.
I suppose you're right.
Everyone goes through periods of time where nothing feels right. Granted, it can be much harder on some than others, but the point is, it happens.
Any advice on getting through it?
First, don't give up, because even if it doesn't feel like it, eventually it will pass.
I can't tell you how many times I've been really down in the void and I just tell myself, this will pass. I will not feel like this all the time. This feeling will go away. It's like a storm. No blizzard lasts forever. Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Second thing is, we often feel like doing nothing when we feel bad. It's good to take a short walk outside, even if it's just a few steps.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's good. Sometimes when I don't feel like going outside, I try to cook a meal. Something small.
Yeah, make yourself some fancy scrambled eggs if you like eggs.
Is there something that you like to eat when you're feeling down?
Sushi. Sushi?
That sounds good.
Someday I'll learn to make my own sushi. I came by the store today to get some sushi, but they were out.
Ah, I see. What do you like to do when you're feeling down?
Listen to music. When I'm feeling down, I like to... Oh. Yeah. I just put on, my headphones, the earbuds that go deep in my ears, and, put on a blindfold and just sit in bed and imagine cool AMVs and scenarios, depending on what the song is.
Have you been able to do that recently?
I actually haven't... Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. I haven't had time to just sit and lay, so no, not really.
Oh, why not?
Work.
I see.
You sit in silence together for a few moments.
Apologies. I need to head out. Do you want to walk with me to the subway?
The woman stands up and reaches her hand out to you. Yeah, let's do it. Grabbing the woman's hand, you stand up and walk beside her towards the subway. The woman continues talking and pointing out the scenery, birds, and a cute old couple sitting on a bench. Arriving at the subway, you part ways with the woman. Bye. You realize that you never exchanged names. It doesn't matter, though. You're just grateful that she stopped to be a friend. There's a lump in my throat. I'm gonna cry. If you're in crisis or know someone who is, there are many resources that can help and people who want to help. You can use this directory to help you to find the best resource for you. Your life matters. You matter. I like that. That's sweet. I like that. I'd say that's one of the biggest things that keeps me going, the fact that I was down there. I was deep in the void, but somehow, by some miracle, I got out of it. Then mostly because I just didn't give up. That was sweet. I'm going to be thinking about that. Ooh. I like this kind of music. I forget what it's called. With the accordion and such. I love this kind of music. This next game from the O2A2 jam is called The Angel Act. Ooh. The light dims and the acrobats leave. I yank the chain, dragging the creature into the raised platform. Ladies and gentlemen, our grand finale begins. It's happening! It's happening! I heard it's beautiful. Uh-oh. Presenting Fortuna Circus's very own angel. Uh-oh. A harsh spotlight shines on us. The audience breaks into whispers at the sight of it. It appears as a beautiful young man, pale all over, except for the pitch-black cloth that covers its eyes. Well, two of its eyes. Oh, so pretty! Aww. A third eye rests at its throat, alongside 5 eyes on each arm, all wide-eyed and blinking. It kneels on the platform. I lock my end of the chain to a metal hook on the floor, twirling to face the audience. Now, before we begin, I'd like to ask a question. Does anyone know how we acquired an angel? Dozens of shouts and nonsensical answers come from the crowd. As we all know, angels belong with God in the realm of heaven. Yet this one lives amongst us humble humans. That is because this angel has fallen. The crowd erupts in shouts. Good heavens! A traitor to God in our midst? Yes, before us is a creature who has fallen out of favor with God. See here on its back, the flesh is gouged where the wings once were. I expected to display its back to the crowd, but it remains still, trembling slightly. Aww. Wait, force it, or move on? Let's move on. Let's just move on. Now, to demonstrate that all of its eyes work, I'll perform complex acts without removing the blindfold. The night goes on as normal, juggling, knife-throwing, plate-spinning, until... Uh-oh. One of the plates that the angel was spinning suddenly falls and shatters on the platform. Punish it? No! It's fine. He's fine. My grip tightens over the whip, but I keep my smile plastered on my face, ignoring its mishap and the mutters of the audience. The act quickly finishes, which only leaves... Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. What are we going to do to this sweet baby? Well, I don't know if he's a sweet baby. He could be a jerk. A hush falls over the crowd. Fallen angels are said to cry golden tears. Oh no! I don't like where this is going. And here, you'll all be able to witness such a spectacle. I pull the chain, causing the angel to stumble and drop to its knees. I twirl the whip in my hands. Retribution for the darned! I speak partly to the audience, partly to myself. The will of God himself. I gaze at the angel's back, crisscrossed with scars from the whip. Its shoulders are trembling. The show must go on. I should continue, but... with gusto? No! Hold back. Why do I feel so guilty? My muddled state makes me lash with less force than usual. There's gotta be another way to make this angel cry. There's never going to be another Mega Man Legends game. The world is running out of helium. Robin Williams, David Bowie, and Prince are no longer with us. Alright, now I'm just making myself sad. The angel suddenly hits the ground, shedding only a few golden tears from a single eye. I quickly collect drops of the liquid gold in a tiny vial, showing it off before tossing it to someone in the crowd. It's a lackluster display compared to the other nights, the applause unenthusiastic. The show comes to an end. I sigh as I pack my things. The ringmaster wasn't happy with my performance. He's found a replacement for me. Aww. Was I ever suited for this? Not with my heart. What should I do now? Hey, maybe we should totally release that angel. Show them what for. Oh, fire me, will ya? Ending 2. Failure. So does that mean I gotta be mean? I don't want to call the void in here. Ah, that means I have to be mean. Oh, alright. Let's be mean, I guess. Force it. Come on. Everyone, it appears this angel is a bit stubborn. One moment, please. I check that my gloves are on properly before grabbing a fistful of its hair. Oh. I drag it forward, causing the angel to buckle down and expose its back. I guess I gotta punish him for dropping a plate. Aww. My whip lashes against skin in a trained movement. A show of discipline, like the ringmaster instructed. It flinches, but doesn't drop the other plates. The audience starts cheering. The act quickly finishes, which only leaves... Now the moment you've all been waiting for. With gusto. Am I gonna end up killing the poor thing? The people deserve a true show. Do they? They all seem like monsters. With a new sense of purpose, I raise my arm and bring the whip down heavily. The audience cheers with an animalistic fervor. The onslaught continues until its back is torn to shreds. The angel loses consciousness and falls, both red blood and golden tears pooling onto the floor. I fill a vial to the brim with the golden liquid, showing it off before tossing it to someone in the crowd. Is someone just gonna get a vial broken upside their head? The show comes to an end. I check on the angel. Its back is poorly bandaged and it remains unconscious. I hope it heals in time for the next show. Ending 1. Perfect performance. I'm sorry. It says that there's a third secret ending, and I think I just found it. I can't do it. I just can't do it, buddy. My grip loosens, the whip clattering to the ground. Oh, I just drop it. Even the angel is surprised, stiffly turning its head towards me. Alright, listen, buddy, we're breaking out of here. We're breaking out of here. Forget all of y'all. I'm taking my new boyfriend and I just bridal carry him. I shed my gloves and reach out to the cowering figure. He gazes at my hand before gingerly placing his in mine. Warmth floods into my palm, a sensation so remarkably human. But before I can properly grip it, he purposely stumbles and crashes to the ground. Aww. I freeze until he turns his head expectantly towards me. I dig the vial out of my pocket and collect a golden teardrop falling from one of his eyes, tossing it to someone in the crowd. Here. You get one. The show comes to an end. I head to the angel's cage. Upon hearing my footsteps, he raises himself and stares. You were different today. I'd never heard him speak before. Ooh. Yes. I don't know, I think I grew a heart. He tilts his head and stares again. They're not real. What? These eyes. The tears. Hold on a second. When I was looking back at the footage, I'd noticed this was called the Fortuna. Guess, is that a reference to Mama Fortuna from The Last Unicorn, who collected oddities that weren't real, like a lion that was supposed to be a manticore, but there was a glamour on it, so it was just a lion?
What he calls a manticore looks to be no more than a shabby, toothless lion.
Is he not actually an angel and he's just a hot guy? But maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm human. Oh, is that exactly what it is? You cannot be human. It's not... They carved my flesh, placed false, supposedly doll-like eyes in me. But the tears... It is!
Illusions, deceptions, mirages.
It is a Mama Fortuna reference! Good on you, developers. Good on you. I want to shake your hand. I want to take you out for soft tacos. Ink in packets beneath the eyes. They burst with impact, hence the fall at the end of the performance. Oh. Then what of retribution? God's will? Have I been being a jerk for no reason? What have I done? I hold back the nausea as I quickly search my pockets for the key I need. Hey, if you see any unicorns, let them out too, but not any harpies. That one's real. This knowledge, it doesn't change what I intended to do in the first place. Once finding it, I hastily unlock the angel's cage. Please, run. He doesn't move at first. Go! That jolts him into action as he crawls out of his cage. He looks back once before silently running off into the night. Ending 3. Truth. Ah! Because when I went back, I was thinking, why does Fortuna and Circus sound so familiar? And I just so happened to be looking back at the footage when I wanted to start editing, and like, Fortuna, that's from The Last Unicorn. Oh! Jeez, what a way to go. I mean, that's a good idea. That's a long way to go. I guess maybe your character's newly hired and didn't know that, yeah, make sure his eyes don't get infections, you know. Not because they're real eyes or anything, but because there are cuts on him. Wait, so how is he doing the juggling thing blindfolded?
Just that good.
You know what? I don't know. That was still really cool. I like that. That's cool. There will be a link in the description to this game where you can follow the developers, as it looks like they've made a bunch of cool-looking games. Okay, the last game I want to play for this video is called To Seth, Anubis Side. Mere minutes to sunfall, you slam Seth against a wall. They blink in confusion as you silently catalog their post-mortem changes. Eyes, unnerving gold in place of a once red hue. Body, shorn hair, no longer a barely kempt mess, clad in modestly slit shandiet, with a bare sliver of stomach visible. This feels familiar. Have you ravished me against a wall before? What is wrong with you? We need to talk, buddy. Expression, jaw working, lips twitching against a grim smile, features settling into forced nonchalance. Their eyes are so pretty. I don't have time, my lord. A pep stirs. There, you haven't called me lord in years. Why, all of a sudden, am I among the esteemed rank of the few you respect? My bad, Anubis. Would you like to fight about it? What is wrong with you? No, I'd like to talk about it. It being your death. I'd rather not. Body curling back, stubborn, arms crossed like a barricade. Try another way. All right, I apologize, but you can't deny my concern. How much did that hurt to say? I can see what you're doing. It hurt a lot. It hurts so much to apologize. I worry for your lovers if this is your concern. You forget you lie among their numbers. Expression. Lips pursed as they snort derisively. I'm nothing like those maidens of the night. I've been deified, you see. Well, you do stand out in one other way. Do tell. you also forget I know when you're lying. To me and yourself. Ah! The ground rumbles in hunger. The starving darkness has come to devour the sun. Uh-oh. You've distracted me from my obligation, yet your complaints are justified when pulled from your own. My father has 2 other sentinels. I've forgotten almost all of the Egyptian mythology that I knew. I don't know how story accurate this is. Eyes aflame with fury that nearly staggers you like a slap. I was the first. He is mine, and no one else's. I won't let him die again. Expression, wary, disturbed to be left in the lurch. Body, summoning a scepter, hand coiled tight around its slim form. Uh-oh, are you going to hit me? And you can't stop me. You snatch at them, but your hands only meet sand billowing like mists as they winnow away. You curse. Oh boy. Wepwawet, Damnatio, Memorai? I feel like I'm gonna summon something. The psychopompt adorned to your dread reputation. He understands humans, their fear of dying, how they cling to life, even as restless Death means something to humans, yet Seth preens like your scales hadn't weighed their tarry heart and almost found it lacking. Blue overtakes the sky as your father descends beneath the first hour, and with a sigh, the sand swallows you into the embrace of the duat, where you belong. O usher of dead, impertinent things. Ooh. To Seth, Anubis Side. I can safely say that I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. Everything completely went over my head. But the art is super, super cool, and I really love Egyptian mythology settings, and I would love to see more of that. There will be a link in the description to this game if you would like to try it yourself or if you would like to follow the developer. I plan on playing some more of these games, so if you would like to see them, please subscribe, or like the video, or interact in any way that is comfortable for you. And as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.